Bomber from Ornstein, and he says here that Arsenal have stepped up efforts to sign Mikel Moreno from Real Sociedad. Talks ongoing. Edu has been in Spain this week to pursue the agreement. Personal terms are no issue. That means they're agreed. Likely needs to be an exit from Arsenal, whether it's before or after. But the Ornstein bomb has dropped. Arsenal looking to finalize this deal for Moreno. How do you feel about this now after you not getting a deal done with Sociedad, Hussam, that Arsenal are going to take away one of their best midfielders?
This is unnecessary. We don't have to just mention Zubimendi every time someone signs a Spanish midfielder. I'd love for Moreno to just reject Arsenal or something, just so they can take the pressure off of us for like 2 days, so I can breathe a little bit. But yeah, I expect us to get sorted, to be honest with you. I think he signs for Arsenal. I think he makes Arsenal really, really good from a defensive perspective specifically. That back six is just will be unbelievable. And I stick by what I said. I think it's a possibility that they genuinely probably break the goal scoring record that Chelsea have had like from 2005. I think that back six right there, if they stay fit all year long, will be very difficult to concede goals. I mean, people think that we've only watched Moreno and Zubimendi and Lenormand and other people only in the Euros. We've seen them in the Champions League when Sociedad was in there. I mean, I've always referenced the Moreno performance against Inter because that guy turned into a tank that day. He was unbelievable. Even Mo will attest to that. So I think Moreno will be an incredible signing. And I think he helps Arsenal out a lot. Xhaka replacement, if you would like, and as well from a defensive perspective, very, very helpful for them. So I think he's a fantastic signing for Arsenal.
Do you believe if you were attractive enough to actually get Zubimendi across the line, Moreno would have been joining Arsenal?
What?
I'm just genuinely asking. Do you believe if you were attractive enough and you got Zubimendi over the line, they would not have offered Moreno a new contract? I
actually generally don't understand your question. How are we relating this to each other?
Do you think Sociedad would have let two midfielders go in the same window?
Yeah.
You don't think that they would have offered Moreno a new contract?
I think it's
he's in the last year of his contract. Do you know that it was very late for Arsenal to actually try to negotiate with Moreno all the summer? Because it's reported, not from Mo, that Sociedad were waiting for the decisions because they didn't want to let go of two midfielders. So you paved the way for Arsenal to get Mikel Moreno and be stronger. I asked a simple question. I asked, did you think that if Zubimendi
I don't think we paved the way for Arsenal to get
okay,
stronger?
I'm asking you again.
Let me ask the question again. Anyway.
Let me ask the question again. Even
this is a reach and it's just not working.
Okay, hold on. I'm so say no. Say no. It's just simple.
A reach. It's pointless.
Do you think if you signed Zubimendi, Arsenal would have got Moreno?
Yes. How is Zubimendi said no to
Liverpool? See, answer the question. Baba, answer the question. If do you think if Liverpool have Habibi, I'm not angry. Answer the question. You accuse me of not answering the question. Do you guys, yes or no in the chat, guys? Do you think if Liverpool signs Zubimendi, Arsenal would have got Moreno? Yes or no? Simple. I think you helped Arsenal. I think your board helped Arsenal get Moreno.
Well, we helped Arsenal get Moreno. Okay, you're welcome, Arsenal.
100%. I think so. Because there is no reason for Arsenal to absolutely negotiate that long for Moreno. I said that, by the way, before on my show. I genuinely think they would have offered Moreno a new contract. Arsenal would not. Arsenal stayed that long. We criticize Arsenal for delaying the Moreno deal. The league is about to start. 1 week, 2 weeks. And it looks like it's related to Zubimendi. And now with this, it's related to Zubimendi. You could have stopped this, Liverpool. Not you. It's not you. You didn't. Hussam didn't negotiate, guys. Hussam didn't negotiate. Hussam called out the board. It's not Hussam. But I think they are related.
I don't think they are related to each other, Mo. I'll be honest with you.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so at all. Why would they be related to each other?
They are both the midfielders of Sociedad, so not would have let go of two midfielders in one window.
No, I think they would have. Why not? They would have. No, yeah, they would have.
Anyway, Moreno. Okay, let me just talk about it. Moreno for Arsenal makes him Premier League favorites, 100%. 100%. Moreno for Arsenal will put them favourites to win the Premier League. With Timber fit, Calafiori, Thomas Partey fit now, I think Arsenal are favourites to win the Premier League, along with the charges and the trial for Man City that actually I think that plays a part in this, by the way. People think it's all about like clickbait and all the stuff. No, guys, the stability of the club, as Terry said before, makes the football on the pitch better. The instability of Manchester City make Arsenal favourites. When they signed Moreno and they got Calafiori, I don't know if they're going to get a striker or not. I think they are favourites. Man City have not done business yet. They've only signed one player, Savinho, that signed from January. We know the deal has done in January. Man City have not signed player, and they sold their second striker, Julian Alvarez. At the current moment, league starts tomorrow. Arsenal get Moreno. I think Arsenal are favourites to win the Premier League because of the lack of signings to cover for Rodri for Manchester City, and because of the instability of the club with Guardiola not making a decision, and the charges, the trial that is going to start next month, and the decision that will be made in January. I don't know why are people don't want to understand this. Genuinely, it's a very simple equation. Unstable club, Manchester City, a manager that hasn't given a decision until this moment, a club that is strengthening in the window, another club that hasn't done the signings yet. The fan base are screaming for a cover for Rodri for a midfielder. Why is it so hard? And by the way, Arsenal have not closed the gap with Man City. What gap? Last season, Arsenal got 4 points from City, and the league ended with 2 points difference. It could have been any referee decision. It could have been the Newcastle decision. It could have been the offside for Kevin De Bruyne, or it could have been a tap-in, or it could have been a post. People really think that there is a big margin between Man City and Arsenal. Where is your evidence for this? The teams were neck to neck last season until the last game. And in the head-to-head, they were so equal. Oh, but Arsenal defended at the Etihad, and they were closer to the win. They created more chances. It's a way of playing football. Arsenal now, I said it. I predicted Arsenal to finish ahead of Man City this season for all these reasons. I'm not going to say they're going to finish with 10 points like some Arsenal fans, but I think it's very close. And I think Arsenal with the signings and a more stable club, and I think Arteta will be offered a new contract, I think they're going to edge it this season. And if Arsenal don't win, I think it will be like maybe 2 points, 3 points or something. Why do people think that's a wild take? Oh, because City won 4 in a row. Last season, it's only 2 points. Young Min Son put the ball in the back of the net, which is you would bet on him to do it 9 times out of 10. Arsenal are sitting in champions. Simple. Why is it
I mean, it isn't a crazy take to think that Arsenal will win the league. The problem is with some people is that when you say Arsenal favourites, they take it as, oh, you're writing City off. You think City have got no chance. You think City are crap or something. It's just there's a trigger. I still think they've got to sign an attacker, Arsenal, for them to become my marginal favourites. I still think they need an attacker. But all isn't, again, we're nitpicking here with City because we're talking about the difference between champions and not being champions. Their fans aren't very happy. Their fans are a little bit stressed with the lack of signings, the lack of investment. I know they feel they're innocent, but it still could take its toll on the team. You don't know what's going to leak or what's going to come out of the court case, what's going to be said, what's going to be revealed to the media. I know it's going to all be behind closed doors, but we don't know the answers to any of these things yet. So it isn't a crazy take for Arsenal to say that Arsenal are going to win the league. I don't think it's a crazy take anyway, personally.
We can say do easy choice, by the way. Easy choice. Oh, City will win the league. Okay. And I don't think it's like people think it's like when we talk about Arsenal, you guys simp for Arsenal. Well, last season, Arsenal on paper on the 2 games were better than Manchester City. Arsenal had the better defense. City didn't win the league with 10 points. The season before, yes, City were better because at the end, City gave away the last 2 games and won the league. But last season, City were on their seats against Spurs. You were on your seat. You couldn't sit against Spurs. Did Arsenal, ask yourself one question. Who got weaker, Arsenal or City this season? And who got stronger? Just ask yourself that. And you know the answer. You know the answer.
The only correct answer actually is Arsenal. Like And you know what it is? Factually, it's Arsenal, whether you like it or not. That thing.
Crazy.
How
bro.
did City improve when they've only signed Savio? Unless Savio's like secretly the next Messi or something, then City have not improved. This is not an insult. This is just a fact. Like, how have City improved when their only signing is Savio? I don't get it. Like, are we supposed to sit up here and just lie to everyone just to appease the Arsenal
Yeah.
haters, if you would like? What am I supposed to do? Like, oh wow, City are so much stronger, but no, they're not. They've literally only signed Savio, brother. So, like, what am I supposed to say? Oh wow, City are so strong, bro. They've made one fucking signing and it's just Savio, man. Like, so yeah.
You know, Arsenal with San Marino, basically this season, guys, they will have 4 new players, not 2. Timber played half a game last season, right? Thomas Partey played 1.5 game or 2.5 games last season. If these guys stay fit and now they added depth to the team and they add Moreno, they haven't lost anyone of significance, Arsenal. But no player of significance have lost. Gabriel Jesus look way more fit. Everyone knows that Arsenal have improved. Unless something dramatic happens. Every one of Man City fans crying on their shows. You guys know, by the names, you know the content creators that we watch, our friends. We need another guy that can play the 6 to 8. Rodri will not last the whole season. He's already exhausted. He played the Euros, this and that. Yeah, but it's very simple. I don't know why it's hard to understand. I think it's, again, Man City fans. Yes, you have Pep Guardiola, but there are too many factors here. It's too many factors. It's crazy. Oh, bro.
Look, it's certainly going to be an interesting one. I want to go.